Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss any updates. The Great Britain, France and Germany were ruling more than half of the world. Do you want to know why these three countries are very rich? So watch this video till the end. Hey everyone, this is Anuj Vohra and in this video we are going to discuss the concept of mercantilism. So without any further ado, let's get started. It was a time between 1500 to 1800 when European countries like Britain, France, Germany, Spain and Italy became extremely rich, decreasing in import and increasing in export. That is the primary principle of mercantilism. Now let me explain you what it means. If European countries wanted to become rich, what they need to do is sell their goods and services to other countries. At that time, India was one of the richest countries in the world, and hence British and the other European countries prefer to do business with India. You may have heard the name of British East India Company, but there were so many other companies like this. For instance, Danish East India Company, French East India Company, Portuguese East India Company, Swedish East India Company, and so on. So the main purpose of these companies was to do business with India. And another main thing was to sell more goods to India than buying. Now this activity indicates another principle of mercantilism is that only one country will win. What that means is if there is a trade going on between two nations, there is only one nation will get benefit. The other nation will make tons of losses because their goods are not selling to other country. Principle of mercantilism suggests that the more gold a country has, the more powerful the country will become. And hence, at that point in time, if there was a trade going on between the two nations, there was no currency, so a country has to pay for goods in gold. Britain and other European countries were selling more goods to India and hence they were getting more gold from India. Around 1760s, there was a time of industrial revolution in Europe. European countries became more powerful as they invested so much on technology and armed forces. On the other hand, if any Indian king refused to do business with Britain, a king had to win a war against Britain. That was nearly impossible to win, because British people were so intelligent that they do a lot of politics and they were already powerful in terms of weapon. Now this thing was really common and majority of the time British had won the war and eventually they would colonize their area and rule that area. This thing continues and the British controlled the whole India. As they started winning more and more independent nations, the Britain became more and more prosper, and here is the reason. India was a prosperous nation back then, and that is why every king has a significant amount of gold, I should say. They captured tons of gold from kings and sent it to the Britain. They did this for more than 150 years, and then India became a very poor nation. From one of the richest country in the world, now one of the poorest country in the world. And England wasn't stopped here. If anyone in India wanted to start a business, they had to pay a lot of tax to the British government. By doing this, Indian goods were become more expensive than the British, and eventually Indian people will definitely prefer to buy British products because their products are cheaper than Indian products. Let me summarize this video. The main goal of British was to increase the Royal British Empire and to make their nation prosper. They did mainly three things. The first is they did business with Indian kingdoms, exporting more and importing less. They got tons of gold. The second thing is if a king denied to do business with England, they did wars and colonized that area and captured tons of gold. The third thing is after colonizing and looting the gold, they wanted to make more money. So they laid down heavy taxes on Indian goods, and these three activities made Britain extremely rich country. So this was about the concept of old mercantilism, And with this concept we can understand how the British and the other European countries ruled the world. In the next video I will be going to discuss China's modern mercantilism. If you are watching this video till now, please do consider liking the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.